here. Did you see that?
It's very... I can tell you about my life. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you think you'll see this chair?
That was really shaky. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for acknowledging us.
Thank you. Guys,
Oh
thank you.
my God.
Guys,
Thank you so much.
it's going haywire.
Thank you.
This has been a really nice evening, and I'd like to thank you for that.
Okay, a little bit of a backstory. Basically, this is the location where NIDS did one of their main investigations, and it had to do with high strangeness of paranormal apparitions, orbs, Native American shamans, aliens, and even including possibly an underground pyramid and craft. The owner had no idea of any of this stuff, and this place is not open to the public, and it's only open to people like me and other investigators that are trying to figure out what exactly happened on this ranch so long ago. It's rumored that Howard Hughes owned this ranch at one time. It used to be an old homestead. There used to be corrals, and there was even a army barracks that was built onto this ranch. Spanish conquistadors, just it goes on and on.
So Gio, you made it. Thank you
Yeah.
for taking the journey. This is our museum. Front entrance to the main building here. Things that we've collected over the years, things that have been donated to us from locals and people from around. Lots of things that come with lots of mysteries. You know, the paper that flew up from upstairs not that long ago. That just showed up.
Oh.
Our little gun that I found this year. A piece of an airplane up in the mountain that we just found this year as well, right here.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah, this year's brought, the erosion has really brought up a lot from the ground.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, that's just one walk, two walks down in the meadow, looking through the creek.
Do you feel like, well, I mean, I guess the other people will probably say something too, but like, is it becoming more active because these things are kind of like popping up, you think?
Yeah, I would say so. Yep, there's a lot more people stirring up. A lot more people are being attracted to the place.
Wow, okay. Yeah, because I've noticed, I'm starting to go to these paranormal locations, and a lot of them that have stuff like this, it seems as though it almost brings them out and brings everything out.
Yeah, good, bad, and different, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And what is this here?
This is just an old post office.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, old post office pieces. You know, just artifacts from the west out here, some gold pen residue, you know, as we call it, painter. Bottles from around that we've collected. There's some native pottery shells.
Oh, wow. Can I touch them?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
This collection just keeps growing. These are all local.
Holy cow. Wow, there's so many.
This area
So this was
is,
a very active area for Native Americans.
you know, from what everybody says and then what's been recorded to what it really is you know, it's a totally different story. Yeah, there's been a lot of generations of a lot of different people around this area.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Okay.
we have, you know, if you've been watching, a lot of archaeologists coming around and dating these things and doing things with these pottery pieces. And
Do they know what, is this Paiute or is this,
Shoshone, Again, I don't want to go out of my boundaries.
No, that's
I'll
okay.
say there's been a bunch of different names of a bunch of different, all the way back to 11, 12,000 year ago paleo.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, there's early man sites around here, so it's not out of the question for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what brought you here? Like, why did you buy this location?
You know, I thought it was just a piece of property in the middle of nowhere. You know, then the piece of property in the middle of nowhere came with
Wow.
lots of interesting little things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and over the years, they've just been showing their faces more and more.
Wow.
You know, I'm not like a paranormal guy. That's
Sure.
what I think I was telling you. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not privy to that level at this point.
You're lucky. I mean,
I from what I understand, yeah. I mean, and I get a lot of, you know, folks that we don't even talk about it. And the next day they're like, what was that all about? You know, and
Oh,
they're
wow.
like, you know, oh, why don't you just talk to this guy? And I'm like, I wish I could. But
wow.
then they become bridges and they explain what's going on. So
Okay.
everything we, you know, myself and Nick Nack,
Yeah.
nothing on the bad side. So we're like, you know, we feel like we're like good people.
Oh,
So
good.
we don't get harassed
Right.
Yeah.
or, you know, maybe scared away from here.
Right.
You
Okay.
know, we kind of fit in here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what our message has been so far.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we
That's like
on the
that.
way in, like every time I go to these locations, as I was driving in, I'm saying hello. And I was just trying to say who we are. We're just here to just talk and to, if there's a story to be told, we'll carry that story on. And there's no negative self in us that we're bringing here. We're just here to communicate. So,
Apparently, it's much easier here. Have that be open for you.
Wow.
It'll be a lot easier for you. Again, you're gonna find out.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's how that can go.
Wow.
Things that have happened here, a lot of the people that have been here, but at the same time, I don't want to pry you up other than what you've been, you know.
Yeah, I like to whatever's gonna come my way here. Yeah. And then after, because I'll keep in contact with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can talk about it. You
Yeah.
can keep it to yourself. You can do whatever.
Oh
you
no,
want.
everything that happens here, Jeff. I was gonna even tell you once, because I was gonna create a small little doc of this. I'm gonna send it to you, and,
Cool.
and if there's anything that you want me to remove, anything that you wish to be omitted, I will.
Technically, we're wide open to where there's no editing here. Everything here, you know, that's
Wow.
where I'm going to go different than most people. We're going to
Yeah.
live action. There's, you know, if there's nonsense, if there's things, you know, that's what I'm at. Like these movie people.
Oh,
they're going
okay.
in, and I'm like, no nonsense. This is all straight.
Cool.
So we're shooting straight. So whatever.
Yeah, that's how I am. I shoot
Yeah,
straight.
that's how this goes.
I don't fake anything.
Yeah, well, you know what? We have a mission actually. We actually want to figure out what is going on. And on that note, amazingly, you know, we believe we've connected so many dots now, and we have some wild things even coming, like
Wow.
within the next week.
Oh wow.
Super cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Jeff?
Yeah, oh, yeah. You know, I went through an emotional roller coaster like 4 weeks ago. I figured out something.
Oh.
And once I figured it out, you know, at first I was like, oh man.
Wow.
But then I went through to, nope, this is part of everything that's going on right now. So
Oh wow.
yeah, it's part of it. So
Good for you.
yeah.
So
yeah,
if anything, this place is kind of helping you in your own little path now.
yeah.
Wow.
I've always been this guy, independent and running free, and
Wow.
no restraint. So no NDAs and that type
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. Good for you.
You know, and again, part of your priming up here, you know, things that we've been doing lately, you know, we figured out some things.
Oh
Here,
wow.
here's your priming up.
Yep.
So Jacques Vallée, you know who he is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually having her
Yeah.
read this book
Uh-huh.
right
How old
before
are
we
you?
came.
here, yeah.
You guys are like, how old are you? So I'd
Oh
say
wow. Good for you, Jeff.
In my days of life, Close Encounters of the Third Kind was like the best thing in the world. When that came out,
That was my
I
favorite
was
movie.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
1978. I was like a little kid, like ready to go, 9 years old, whatever.
This blew
That's
my
the
mind.
French scientists that they modeled that whole show off of. So you know, then you go through this book. Oh no. And this is what's kind of cool about this, and this is how this goes all together.
Oh wow.
So Hal Puthoff,
Oh.
Tim Ryan on the back there with Jacques Vallée,
Wow.
right? So there's the front porch.
Oh yeah.
That's the room you're gonna stay.
Oh wow.
The ghost of a tall Native American is rumored to show up in one of the rooms.
That's the room.
All right, so that's part. So look, you got Tim Ryan,
Yeah.
Hal Puthoff, Jacques Vallée. You got these magazines that we've tracked down.
Where did you guys find these magazines?
And you got Tim Ryan
Oh wow.
with all this cool electric.
Electromagnetic gravitational interactions. Wow. And that's
The story here goes so incredible, and it just keeps going.
how did you find that? How'd you get your hands on that
I
guy?
tell everybody, you know, nobody really knew who he was, even though it clearly states in this
States it,
picture.
yeah.
And
Right.
like you said, this is the picture that drew you here because
Yeah.
this is what came from that New York Post article.
Yep.
This is where they kept saying this is from Skinwalker Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
When clearly it states it's from Mount Wilson Ranch. Yeah. So that's why I'm public now. That's one of the reasons how I became public was because, you know, and apparently that gentleman from the New York Post is going to be coming here at some point shortly.
Oh, interesting.
And then we can go over now that he's made me public.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, I'll put it in my thing. That's what brought me here. That's
How
what
funny
brought
is
me
that?
here.
Yeah.
I followed the breadcrumbs.
But you know what though? It's really connecting to something way higher than any of us and all of us and what we've been taught and told and all that stuff. It's completely off the chart. You know, and again, you can just go through these things that were sci-fi when we were younger.
That's so cool.
And then you tie them all together and you go,
Wow,
and then you
yeah.
look at what these guys are. Like he's, right now, Northrop Grumman. He's like a skunk works, like one of them.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, he's super high. And so is he.
Wow.
Yeah, these guys are like, and they're still around. They're still chugging away at whatever they do and whatever types of things that we all thought were fake
Yeah,
and sci-fi.
that was me as a kid.
Yeah. So welcome to the ranch. Though,
Wow.
On that level. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Thanks for.
hopefully we're gonna have visitors soon,
That's so cool, Jeff.
like in a week.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Mhm.
That's going to open up a big can of worms, in my opinion.
No, you know what? It's not my fault. I bought like a piece of paradise
Yeah.
that you know might have cool things under it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
People coming through, I don't know.
Do you know who they are, Jeff?
No, they're just folks.
Okay.
I'm not sure if who, what, when. You know, we get random calls and I randomly answer people.
Yeah.
Unless Carl, you know, filters them through the whole
Yeah.
social media thing that we're doing.
So how did you reach out to me? Because I know I called you, I emailed you.
I saw your, you know, occasionally I look on the internet or I
Yeah.
look on the computer and
Okay.
I saw you and I read your thing and I went, and I knew that these other guys were coming and I know that I'm not that much of an entertainer for the paranormal people.
Yeah.
Where, you know, I could tell you what people have seen and what they do, but
Sure.
I'm not privy to that.
Okay. Wow.
You know, so I'm not the best host for that. Carl, he's out of control. You know, that guy knows everything about everything. He really does.
Yeah.
Like,
I like Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's
as
good-
a spokesperson, as somebody like to represent us in the ranch,
Okay.
you know, I'm just Jeff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm the guy that owns the ranch. I've known about all of this stuff. I've been involved with it for many years, and you know, everything in my life seems to absolutely be manifesting right to this point. So
Wow.
yeah, we'll see what this.
I like that.
Oh, it's wild.
I'm sure.
Well, it's honestly it's a great thing that you're opening up like this and opening your ranch to people like me and like you're saying these paranormal
No,
people.
I call it fellow weirdos.
Fellow weirdos. Yeah. I mean, I even have the.
We've all been like put on these labels and these things
Yeah.
because
That's right.
we have other beliefs or other, you know, I don't even want to call them beliefs because I'm, you know, what's a belief?
Right.
You know, what the realities are, you know, that's more like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to. I tell my wife because my wife is not like me at all. We're complete opposites, and I try to tell her I was like, the way I could describe how my life has been is, I saw movies and was like, oh, that's me, but then growing up I realized, oh, that's sci-fi, and then I got older and I realized, okay, there are others that are seeing this, so it's not sci-fi.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's actually it. You know, and I actually explain it. Like right now, when I talk to Nick Nack, it's, wow, we live in like sci-fi. And I'm like, it's funny because sci-fi is now real.
Reality.
So reality, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, imagine if, and it's like,
No, here it is.
Here it is.
yeah, now reality is like so cool.
Yeah.
And it is. It's like on the edge.
Yeah, my wife, she laughs. She sends me that thing, hug a conspiracy theorist, because they're right.
Well, it takes like 6 months or 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, I'm still waiting for my hugs. Like,
There you go, G.
yeah.
So again, we aren't open to the general public. We're only open to like us and that type of thing. You know, we do a lot of gold mining tours, and you know, I have a lot of like prospectors and people off, not just ATVers.
Yeah. Oh,
We don't-
okay.
we aren't open to general public though.
I see. Okay.
You know, and that's why again, you know, when I filter through my
Yeah.
people,
I honestly, I was telling her I felt honored. Because when I read about I've been reading about this place for a while now, and so the fact that I'm actually standing here, I was getting the willies.
I love it though. That's actually that's common. You know,
Yeah.
you made the pilgrimage. You're here.
Yeah.
You know, that is a nerve-wracking whole everything, but
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a movie right now.
this is thank you. You're in my movie.
Yeah.
Even though you're
Yeah.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
No, we're all living in, you know, if we get out of that, like the city where
Yeah.
we just came from, that
Yep.
whole reality, you know, where all of those people are caught in that eternal rat race, and then you could step out to a place like this and touch what really is reality.
Mhm.
It's so, you know, poor people and the
Yeah.
poor
The city,
people caught in
yeah.
that. And I mean, really, you know, you talk about the Matrix, that's all real.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, okay.
so that's the original settler's house.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
bunkhouse right next to it. That's the meadow where the tractor was buried. The same tractor that's now at Skinwalker Ranch.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's documented. You know, it's there. Chris Bartell it's there.
Wow.
Still, so.
And that was the region where you guys are getting these weird EMF readings, right?
Well, if you actually look, when the Leonards were here from Terra Exploration Group, their scan shows that there is a grid anomaly.
I
down
saw
there.
that.
Yeah, so that's a factoid, and they're coming back.
Wow.
So now we can do more extensive. You know, it was 2 feet of snow on the ground, and snowing, and it kept snowing.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty neat. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that has a lot to be, you know, why that's an army barracks, why there's army barracks down here, what was army doing here. I mean, it's pretty neat.
Oh,
yeah, this is
wow.
all going. This is twisting like to unbelievable levels. You know, like this room,
Holy
for example, this woodwork and what have you, right? Who would put this type of woodwork? Who would do this type of stuff here? Who would do all of this? So there's like theory now, Howard Hughes.
Oh my God. Wow.
Remember, he owned over 700
Yeah,
properties
and
throughout
he was
Nevada.
not far.
He had airstrips. Go look at the airstrip
Oh.
down there. Go look at the old metal ball for like the directional and the wind thing down there.
Wow.
So a lot of this, you know, who knows? You know, it could all be nonsense or
Whoa.
right. So there's so much twisting and.
I
twisting
never even
and
put
twisting.
that two together until
Well,
you
again,
just
this
said
is where
it.
It's happening.
Wow.
This is
How did they keep that a secret for so long? Like just
because that's what they did.
Wow.
You know, he was one of the original CIA dudes. He was the guy.
wow.
You know, listen to Carl. You know, Carl. There's things
Yeah.
that.
I can't believe some of the stuff that Carl knows. Yeah, I'm blown away. Like he's got some friends in high places. Someone's telling him.
Well, hey, yeah, this is.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Actually,
My drops
The
when every time I listen to
characters
Carl
that are
talk.
showing up these days, you know, again,
Mm-hmm.
are just off the truck.
Wow.
You know, they're in your news. They're in like the media.
Wow. You got a lot on your table, Jeff.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an adventure.
Yeah. Holy
Oh
cow.
my god, so
You've made it. There's the Carl the Crusher flag over there. Don't forget.
Oh. It's fine.
so cool.
This is amazing.
It really is.
Wow. How old is that? How old is this?
That's 1840, 50, somewhere in there. Don't know exactly.
Jeez. And you guys captured stuff in here too.
Oh yeah.
I feel
Yeah, this
chills.
room definitely has. This room has gotten some. I've been here, standing right there, and watched like this chair flip over with somebody in it, and then run out that door.
Oh, they were in their chair.
They were sitting here.
Yeah,
And,
that must have been.
I was hanging out back here, and they looked in the mirror and saw a couple sitting up on there.
Oh.
From there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he turned white as a ghost.
Oh,
and
wow.
lost his, lost it.
Yeah, I can see how that can. Yeah, that would freak me out too.
Yeah, and he didn't come back after that. And we've had, like glasses be thrown in here, but there's no glasses thrown.
Oh
You
wow.
hear the shatter and the smash.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I feel
That's interesting.
Just the upper, like where that paper flew
Yeah.
from.
You her
know,
standing up?
Yeah,
Yep.
like-
Yeah. Interesting.
It's
So you know that it is, right? That's your body. It's an old caveman thing. It's like your body realizing something's watching you.
hello. Hello.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect.
So just a little backstory too for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Me and her grew up as kids, seeing things in our home across the street from a Catholic church, and I first saw a man in a wheelchair cutting lime, and then wheels himself back out of my view. And then I went to, because I had a grandfather that was staying with us, I went to the room first to ask her where my grandpa was, and he was in the room directly behind me. So I turned around and opened the door, and there he was. And he's not in a wheelchair, and I just brushed it off. She then saw...
I saw like a older lady kind of watching me do homework, like at a table in the living room.
like maybe his wife.
And I thought maybe it was my grandma, but I'm like, my grandma doesn't wear all black. There goes my voice.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's weird. Okay. And it just didn't look like her. It looked more like my great grandma who was passed, and she was just staring at me. I wasn't scared or anything, just doing my homework until I was like, Grandma, do you need something? And then I noticed her like look away, and her feet were not touching the ground. So I tried to like catch up to her, but she moved faster and faster. It was so strange, and she just disappeared into the laundry room as I got like caught up to the kitchen. I was like, that's kind of weird.
We went to school, and the kids were like, we live right there. And the kids turned white, and they're like, we saw people get put into the ambulance that like they zipped up the bag, like someone died there. And as a kid, I was just like, okay, whatever. And we then went to the backyard and we found the wheelchair. And that's when we kind of started putting two together as kids, like, okay, you're seeing and I'm seeing. And as we got older, it never stopped for her, it never stopped for me. I got to the point where, just recently in Sedona, and this is what I was telling you, my wife, where a star came over, came down. It was so big that it encompassed the whole sky now, and it flashed us, and then it shot off and created a light, like a line of light, and it was almost as if like someone lit the fuse. And that point for where it took off, it went away to the point where it shot and it was gone. And my wife looked at me. She goes, "Let's go to bed." And I was like, "Okay."
So that's where it all twists together. All of this.
Yeah.
That's why it's so cool to be part of it.
Right.
Like you said, you guys have a level.
Mm-hmm.
We have. There's all different levels in this, and again, how it exactly works is kind of be what we're all going to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it works. A lot of it does work with some certain levels of your, like our brains, it seems like, that you are able to open.
I think so.
Use.
I even did, because before Sedona, I did a thing called CE5.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stephen Greer thing, right?
Yeah. So I experimented before Sedona, and that's what happened.
Awesome.
So I did it again before here.
So you're bringing the light anomalies in now.
Just for today, Jeff.
That's a Chris Bledsoe thing. That's
Okay.
a whole, Carl's super in on that too.
Oh, cool.
There's a lot of people that draw them and bring them.
Yeah.
We have a lot of those people here. We have the light anomalies here are like absolutely out of control.
Yeah, I
The
heard.
lights morphing into the mountains, the lights following you on your shoulder,
That's what I was
on your
telling
sides.
her.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Again,
I'm
what
getting
exactly it is, we don't, that's where we're on a neat path there. We are connecting dots.
Yeah.
So we on our own, and that's where, again, that's why all of this that's why we're opening this up more so to,
Honestly,
fellow weirdos.
it's
Fellow weirdos.
it's
I like
amazing.
that.
It's
Well,
amazing.
because it's, we all get named with these names and names.
Yeah.
Embrace weirdo, because
Yeah.
I'll say, "Oh, you're a weirdo." I'll do that to some people, just to do it because I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
And it's like, but a lot of people get really upset when you're called a weirdo.
No, I like being on that
I
side.
think the older I've noticed it's okay to be a weirdo.
Yeah, I embraced
Thank you.
it.
They're going to
Yeah.
understand
Imagine
it or
being
not.
normal according to them.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't like that at
Too
all.
boring.
After everything that I've gone through,
Yeah, and you
it
guys
gave
know,
me such
like
a
you
huge
said,
perspective.
You guys know, you live it.
Yeah,
You know exactly that there's another something.
yeah,
You know, whether it's another dimension, whether it's another, you know, what these things are. You know, there's something.
yeah,
Entities, you know, whatever they are.
yeah, yeah. For me, I'm almost leaning towards interdimensional.
Well, that's where we're all. It's
Yeah, yeah.
make it for you, but there's ice in the freezer, I
Okay.
believe. If you need ice,
You guys are great.
drinks are there and stuff. There's stuff around.
Cool.
Otherwise, you have to starve and suffer.
Stop the Tillies.
That's how the spirits come out sometimes.
We let the Tillies to stop that. We're gonna get some supplies.
That's funny. That was funny to get the call from Silas. I
She
started
was cool.
laughing.
I'm assuming you're from Vegas.
Yes,
I
sir.
saw your,
Yeah,
aviator
you
hat.
got. Oh, you got
I
it.
was like,
Yep.
attaboy.
Yep, that's right. Go
Attaboy.
Knights.
Yeah.
What a year, huh?
Amazing year.
Well, that's not the old dog days.
Oh yeah, this is great. When I was coming through this room here, you can feel that room. My heart started racing when I went through there.
Both of our hairs are standing on
Yeah,
end.
there's some kind of in there. It was just like
Something's watching, I think.
there's some energy in that room. I like
Yeah.
it already.
Yeah, we did our initial statement of we're coming to just communicate. All of our devices are not to harm. We're here to just say hello, and if there's a story to be told, we're here to just tell it.
Oh, like you say, the sunset. Like the view in
Jeez.
Thank you.
these are
That, if down at the end of that hallway over down there,
Oh wow.
that's the ultimate. Yeah, for the west and for the sunsets,
Wow.
seeing the distance.
This is boss.
So off of that edge is where you can see the Area 51. I mean, we can see the lights from Las Vegas pretty clearly here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he can see them. He can see. I mean, I'm sure the Milky Way.
The Milky Way is plain as day.
Wow, that's amazing.
One of
Us city boys, we don't see that very often.
We see the Luxor light. That's
Yeah.
what
One
Luxor.
of Nick Nack's most famous moments here at the ranch was, you know, we go outside and she's like, "Oh wow, it's cloudy out tonight." You know, and I started giggling, laughing because it was the Milky Way. Yeah, that was the clouds.
Very cool.
That's how distinct they were that night.
Very
Wow.
Because it's a perfect memory. Because now she's like, you know, 12 years later, 13 years later, she's like, oh, normality. And she hears a lot of other people go,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, how long have you been connected with this out here?
so I'm 16 plus years. The same day my
16.
son was born was the
16 years,
exact
16
same day I happened to sign the papers on his place. So it's,
Awesome.
and that was right with Mr. Bigelow himself. So
Oh, right on.
So, welcome to Mount Wilson's Ranch. Now, Nick Nack and Bluebird were very, very kind to invite me and my sister to the ranch, and we are staying in the very famous shaman room. And the shaman room is a room where an Indian shaman has been seen who's very, very tall. And I'm going to now introduce myself to the shaman. We do this every time we do paranormal investigation. Before we walk in, we just say hello to the spirits and let them know that we're here to just communicate. And we have no ill intention towards them at all. And all of our devices will not harm them at all. So here we go. Hello, shaman, spirits, Native Americans. My name is Giovanni. This is my sister Diana. I am going to be staying here tonight with you, and I hope that I'm not intruding into your room. And if you feel like you don't wish for me to be in this room, you can either close the door, or you can make this door very difficult for me to open. But if I do walk in and the door is easy for me to open, I'm going to accept that as you're allowing me to be in your presence. And if you agree to that, then I just want to thank you for allowing me to be in your presence, and I'm honored to be here in your presence. Ay, cabrón. Hello. My name is Giovanni. This is my sister Diana. I'm gonna be here for the whole night. And I want you to know I will be leaving a gift for you for allowing me to be in your presence. And thank you for being kind. And I am also someone who has indigenous blood. I believe we are Mayan. And I understand there might be a connection, a deep connection with Native Americans, with my bloodline as well as my sister's. So once again, we're here to just visit, and I hope we have a good night together, and I'm here to just talk to you and communicate with you. And if there's a story or if there's something you wish for me to carry out for you, I can do that for you. So thanks again for allowing us to be in your presence. Hi Dee, this is my sister Diana.
Hi guys.
She's somebody who is an experiencer, so can you, from 1 to 10, this is 1, this is 10.
Okay.
What is your, when it comes to the paranormal, where do you sit? You're a true believer or you're a skeptic?
True believer.
Okay, so all the way this way.
Sorry.
True believer.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Hello. Okay. 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 And what is your feelings after everything you just heard, everything you just seen? We just got to the ranch.
It looks really, really cool. I already had some kind of feeling, just temperature change.
Your hair stood up?
My hair stood up. Also, what's crazy is that while we were in the bar area, my throat,
Choked.
like, I couldn't get my voice out. And now it's back to normal.
Wow. So something might have been affecting you in that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that was pretty interesting. So I look forward to what we see and hear tonight.
So these devices we're placing out, none of these things are here to hurt you. They are just a way for us to see that you're here with us. So you can come and touch any of these things. They light up. So you just tap it, just light up. There are these 2 devices too that will light up if you're near them. This device I just placed on the bed. All you need to do is if you come near it, it'll make a sound like that.
Is that okay to have that near there or no?
How's that?
There you go. So we can cheers. Yeah, so next one, not this one though, which is interesting.
Oh, I was trying to see if it was us walking. No, it's not.
No, it's not. And I was even checking.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a cat ball.
Go ahead, you can play with it.
You can play with it. Yeah, it just lets you know that you're here. Thank you. You like the lights? It's pretty, huh? Thank you so much. Yeah, I placed them around the bed so you could just play with them. And they're just here to show that we know that you're here with us. So I'm gonna put this over here, and same thing, if you go near that, it'll just light up. It'll just show nice, beautiful colors. That's interesting. Done? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for acknowledging us.
Thank you for saying hello.
Thank you. Thank you for having us here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh wow, yeah, you like that blue light? Is it pretty? Yeah, you can touch it and you could get closer to it, and the actual antenna will go off.
Mr. Shaman likes your voice.
Oh. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Nice. Thank you.
Someone that he can talk to me, or there's things for you to play with, and we're here for him. And I had no reaction.
So don't put this in your pocket. Try to have this like out with you. Whoa! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you think I should
So
bring
two
my real
things.
glasses
If
or
you watch it
sunglasses?
back, you'll notice the K2 is being triggered
real
as the
glasses.
RAM pod is also being triggered. And the reason I reset the RAM pod is because I wanted to make sure that I didn't trigger the RAM pod. And you'll see in a second.
What is this place called again, Gio?
Mount Wilson's Ranch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it lights up when you touch it. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you.
Okay, so I'm bringing
Yeah,
this and
thank
that,
you so
right?
much. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a REM pod. It just
How does this look out?
my REM pod's going crazy. Yeah.
So to save time here a
Yeah,
second,
thank you.
basically I
Thank
tell
you. Thank you so much for
the
saying
two other
hello to
paranormal
us.
investigators who came to Mount
That's
Wilson's
very
Ranch
kind of you,
also
and
to
I
come
just
into the
wanna-
room and check
I'm
it out
honored
because the
to be
REM
in your
pod was going
presence, so
crazy.
Thank you.
As they came into the room, the REM pod goes silent.
Can you
But the
touch that
funny
REM pod
thing
again?
is, the
Can you
second
make-
we
can you make
leave,
the light go green
the
again
REM
for
pod
us?
gets triggered again.
Can you make that green light go off again for us? This is another friend of ours who's also here to come and visit and just to be in your presence.
Hi, my name is Darren. Thank you for having us. We hope we can talk to you.
Can you touch that REM pod again for us? We're sorry if we startled you, but we're happy that you acknowledged the REM pod and you said hello to us. So thank you so much for that. If you can, if you could touch the REM pod, just if you can make that light go off again, that'd be really nice. But thank you so much for touching that. This is George. George is also here to just be in your presence, and we're just happy to and honored to be here with you. So thank you so much for touching that REM pod.
We're here all night if you want to come and talk to us as well.
I'm a very good listener, and my name is George. I'd be glad to talk to you about a few things and some things you guys might need or some help. That would be something that would interest me and may interest you. And I think we can hear you speak with some of the equipment we have tonight too. So if you want to tell us something, that would work as well. We're here to kind of befriend you people, if we can. We have heard a lot about you all. So maybe it'll be a good night for all of us here.
Well, thank you.
So Darren was pointing out the fact that the K2 was triggering, and I know for you viewers right now, you might have missed it, and it's probably really hard to see. This is the first generation GoPro, so it's not the best quality, but at the time, I don't know why I picked this camera, because my better GoPro, I believe at the time, was still in my car.
I usually don't sleep in occasions like this, so if you want to talk to me all night, I'm game. I'm here to talk with you. But thank you so much for doing that, for touching the REM pod, the device with the red light. That was very nice of you. Thank you.
In session.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah, flick the sun, just go tick, tick. I was like,
Well, I was telling him that I was talking and it didn't light up at all. But every time he talked, it would light up. So it's like it likes him.
Okay. Like I said, nothing in here is going to harm you. So thank you so much.
It was very nice meeting you.
George is a really nice guy. You should definitely talk to George.
They'll get to know me.
I know. I was like, I wanted you guys to drive.
I'm surprised you couldn't hear it. Their park is really loud.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, already? I was like, I might be probably just
Thank you so much for watching this video. This is part 1 of the series. It'll be every Sunday is going to be dropping another part of the series up until the end, and then after that, every Sunday there will be another paranormal investigation or another adventure. Also, there's a Patreon. It's in the descriptions. At the Patreon, you're going to get all the raw footage unedited, so you can filter through it yourself and see if you can find anomalies that maybe I didn't capture myself. That's going to be in descriptions, like I said. Like and subscribe, comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good night. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.